All right, so today what we're going to do is we're going to take this idea of ratios and unit rates and extend it to proportional reasoning and proportional relationships. So you've had a little bit of this already, but today what we're going to do is look at tables to identify if something is proportional or not. This is going to tie into what we know about linear relationships that we will study this upcoming school year. So if you could please take these notes in your packet. If the ratios or rates of two quantities are equal, then the quantities are proportional. However, if the ratios or rates of two quantities are not equal, then the quantities are not proportional. So I'm going to show you what this means, showing you how this works. So what I'm looking at is calories. Eric and Lucy ran 20 minutes each on the treadmill at a gym. The table below shows the number of calories each has burned after 5-minute intervals. Complete each table and determine the type of relationship. So what we're going to do is figure out the rate at each time interval. So I know that Eric burned 70 calories in 5 minutes. He burned 140 calories in 10 minutes. He burned 210 calories in 15 minutes, and he burned 280 calories in 20 minutes. So it's really hard to compare apples to apples here because we have different time intervals here. But what if we change these all into a unit rate or a simplified fraction so that we can figure out if it's proportional or not? So what you do is in your calculator, we're going to divide 70 by 5, and we get 14 calories per minute. 140 divided by 10. So again, I forgot the 0. So we get 14 calories per minute. Now it may seem like this is proportional because I did 2, but let's just do them all just to make sure. 14 calories per minute and 280 calories in 20 seconds. Minute. And we have 14 calories per minute. Okay, so now let's look at Lucy. Okay, Lucy burns 45 calories in 5 minutes. 45 divided by 5 is 9 calories in 1 minute. 90 calories in 10 minutes. 90 divided by 10 is 9 divided by 1. 120 divided by 15. Can't do that very easily. 8 calories in 1 minute. And 180 divided by 20, I think that's 9, but let's make sure. So 9 calories per minute. So when you look at your unit rates here, we notice that these are all the same, 14 calories in 1 minute. So he is proportional. Where if you look at Lucy, these are all equal, but this one stands out. This is not equal. So because of this, the calories burned by Eric is proportional to the time. Proportional to the time because he is consistently burning 14 calories per minute. Or you could say the quantities are proportional or the ratios are equal. Okay, because the ratios are equal. Where Lucy is not proportional because these unit rates are not equal, because the ratios are not all equal. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, so please answer these questions here. Okay, so what you guys are going to do, I'm going to help you out with the very first one here. So you need to determine whether the quantities in each table represent a proportional relationship. If yes, give the constant rate. So this right here is 24 over 1. So that's my unit rate. So 24 students per bus. This right here is 45 over 2. If I were to simplify this to get to my unit rate, it's 22.5. So we can stop there because these unit rates are not equal. So if it's not equal, then you know it's not proportional. So no, not proportional. Okay. Now let's look at money earned and hours worked. These are my two variables that we're looking at. So she earns $36 for 4 hours. So that means that she's earning $9 per hour. Let's see if it works here. $72 for 8 hours. Well, I know 72 divided by 8, let me show you, is also $9 per hour. $90 for 10 hours, that's an easy. 90 divided by 10 is $9 per hour. Let's make sure that 135 in 15 hours is also equal to 9. Mm, 15. Yes. So $9 per hour. Okay. So determine if the quantities, so yes, they are proportional, and the constant rate is $9 in 1 hour. So what you guys are going to do right now is do 3, 4, 5, and 6. In your ed puzzle, all you have to do is tell me yes or no, is it proportional? And if so, what is the unit rate? Okay? All right, welcome back. So what I'm going to do is, instead of writing each of these out, what I'm going to do is just put them in the calculator. So it looks like they get $175 if they sell 25 tickets. So let's see what the unit rate is. $7. 260 divided by 38 is 6.8. So right off the bat, we can say no, this is not proportional, and that no unit rate. Okay. Number 4. Number 4, miles driven, gallons used. So it looks like 21 miles on 1 gallon of gas. Let's see. 42 miles on 2 gallons of gas, which means 21 miles on 1 gallon. 63 miles on 3 gallons of gas, which means 21 miles on 1 gallon. And again, 21 miles per gallon. So yes, this is proportional. And the unit rate is 21 miles per gallon of gas. Okay. Number 6. Now we're looking at number of songs and total time. So 12 minutes for 3 songs means that each song is going to be played for 4 minutes. 15 minutes for 4 songs, that means each song is going to be played 3.75 minutes. So right off the bat, you say, no, this is not proportional, because in this 3-minute interval, or no, 12-minute interval, 3 songs is not equal to this unit rate, so it doesn't work. Okay, so now how do we create tables? You analyze tables, but now what we want to do is create tables. So Ben earns $8.50 per hour. So that means that is the unit rate. So if he's making $8.50 in 1 hour, how much is he going to make in 4 hours? So this is a proportion, okay? So times 4 times 4. Okay, so $8.50 times 4 is $34. Okay, now let's do the same thing. What if he were to go 8 hours? How much would he make? So 4 times 2 is 8. Times 2 is $68. For 10 hours, if he makes $8.50 in 1 hour, how much is he going to make in 10 hours? So this is my proportion. So times 10 times 10, 850 times 10, that's $85. Okay. And then finally, 14 hours. Oh man. So if he's making $8.50 in 1 hour, how much is he making in 14 hours? Again, it's this equivalent fraction thing. So I know I'd multiply by 14 to get from 1 to 14. So 850 times 14 is $119. Okay. I'm going to get you started on number 8, and then you guys are going to complete 8, 9, and 10. Okay? So the wide receiver can run 9 yards per second. So if he goes 9 yards in 1 second, how many yards will he go in? 3 seconds. So I know that I'd multiply this thing by 3. Multiply this thing by 3. Okay? So 1 times 3 is 3. 9 times 3 is 27. All right. How about from 3 to 6 seconds? Multiply this by 2, because 3 times 2 gives me 6. So times 2. All right, you fill this in. Okay, what about 10 seconds? All right, so 10 is not a multiple of 6, 10 is not a multiple of 3, but 10 is a multiple of 1. So I'm going to make this big leap from 1 to 10. Okay, so 1 times 10 is 10. What would this be? Okay, so finish these two and then do 9 and 10. And that's it for today. Have a good rest of your day.